So hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video I'll be taking you through a very simple process of filing your KRA returns using your P9 form. So this is the P9 form that we'll be using in our entire video, and then I'll be using my KRA account to show you how we do all that. So I'm going to click continue to log into my KRA account or the iTax, and then complete this arithmetic, which I think will be 128. And then upon doing that, click login, and then I'm gonna visit this particular tab here, returns, and then click file return. But I've already filed my 2022 return, so I'm just going to use this one for illustration purposes. So I won't be filing the 2022 because it cannot accept twice filing the returns twice. So I'm gonna click select and then choose the first option, income tax residential individual, and then click next. So I'll be taken to this particular page here, although you can see that return for the period 2023 can only be filed after 31st December 2023. So that means that I've already filed my 2022 returns, but I'm just going to use this for on illustration. So I'm going to click next, and then in this particular area here you can see that we have the steps that we are required to follow. I'm going to use the Excel sheet to file my tax return, so I'm going to click here to download the zip file that I'll be using to file the tax. And then I'm gonna visit my documents, my downloads, sorry. So I'm going to find it somewhere, and compressed items. I hope I'm going to get it shortly, and then I show you how we do that, a very simple process. So click that and then extract this particular file here. So I don't know, maybe I can rename this one. I'll take it to a different folder. Maybe I can work with let me take it to WhatsApp, and then open my WhatsApp. I should find it here, and then extract this particular file. So upon extracting, I'm going to get a folder, this one here. So I'm going to open the first item and then click open. It's a very simple process, guys, and I hope that you're going to enjoy watching this particular video. So I'm going to maximize this one and then click enable the content. So this is our first page. This is where we're going to enter the return period and the PIN number of the client we are filing for. So in this case, I'm just going to fill in a random KRA PIN. So you can use A002, and then 9886, and then maybe work with 82, then T. Is okay. And then for the period, I'm going to choose 01/01/2022, and then for the second part, sorry, this should be the type of return. I'm sorry, we are going to choose the first one, original, and then we now enter the date here, which is 01/01/2022, and then for the return period, second option, I'm going to use 31st. I don't know why my computer is misbehaving, sorry for that. So let me do it again, and then get to the second one. The second one should be 31st, and then /12/2022. And then once we're done with this particular page, that is page A, and we cannot get to the second one, F. So in this case, we're going to fill in the PIN number of the employee. So I'm just going to use a random PIN number. So P005910994V. So for this one, you can always get it from your P9 form. It's always located at this particular point here, the employer's PIN. So you're going to get at this particular point, and the name of the employer is on this other far end. So we get back to our Excel sheet, So in this case, I'm going to fill the name of the employer. I'm just going to use a random name. Maybe we can talk of random PLC, and then for the gross pay, you get back to your P9 form. On column D, you take the last figure, this particular figure here. Mine is 416,547, as you can see. So I'm going to key in that particular value here. So I've said it is 416,547.48. so that's the figure that I'm going to use. And then allowances and benefits from employment other than car and housing. So if you visit our P9 form, so from this P9 form we cannot see any information on allowances and benefits, so we are going to skip that particular area, or we just key in 00. And then for the other one, the value of car benefit, so again on my P9 form I don't have such kind of information, so I'm going to skip that. And then the net value housing, of course we don't have this on our P9 form, so we're just going to write 00. And then this particular area where we are required to enter the pension amount, where it is in excess of 300,000. So if you visit our P9 form, so we have this particular area, the defined contribution retirement scheme. So we have the three columns, A1, A2 and A3. So we check the last value of A3 is on here, which is 240,000, but we are required to only key in the figures where the figure is in excess of 300,000. So ours is 240,000. I hope you can see that from this particular area. So we're just going to skip that or write 00. And then we are done with this particular page. Then we move on to the next area, the M details. So we are going again to repeat the same. We key in the PIN of the employer. I'm just going to choose it from this particular point. And then the name, our name, we were using random PLC. And then the taxable salary. To get your taxable salary, we visit our P9 form, the form that we have here. And then under the chargeable pay, this particular column H, you take this particular last value, 393,930.90. so this is the information that we're going to enter in our Excel sheet. So the taxable salary, I've said we are going to enter 393, and then the amount is 930.90. so that's the information that we're going to use. And then the second column on tax payable on taxable salary, so we're going to find that on our P9 form where we have tags on. This is column J, so we're going to take this particular figure here, 55,738.02. so we get back to our Excel sheet of form, and then we key in this particular information. So in mine I have 738.02. so that's my taxable pay, so that's my tax payable on taxable salary. And then amount of tax deducted, the payee, you visit your P9 form, you're going to get that particular figure on the last column L, where we have 26,938. so we get back to our Excel sheet, and then we key in that particular amount. So we have 26,938.0. so we're done. We're done with that. We're done with this particular page. Next is the QIT. So we move to this particular page, and then so in this one you're required to enter the self-assessment tax, and this one happens where you have paid your taxes in advance, and in Kenya we rarely experience that. I don't think anyone will accept to pay taxes in advance, so we're going to skip this area because we don't have such information in our P9 form. We can't locate such kind of information. So we move on to the next page, the tax computation. To complete the tax, now to complete all the steps to be able to validate our figures, we have to key in the pension contribution in this case for self. So you get this from your P9 form. Under this particular column where we have 3 columns, E1, E2 and E3, but this time around we're going to take the figure on the actual column. This is E2 actual, so we're going to take this particular figure here, 22,616. Kindly note that we don't work with E1, don't work with E3, but we only choose the actual information or the actual figure under the E2 actual. So we're going to choose 22,616 and we key in it here, 22. I've said it is 22,616. 16.58. So these points are very important, never ignore them. So once we're done with that, we visit the other area where we're going to key in the personal relief on this particular section here, the personal relief. So to get your personal relief, you visit your P9 form and then under monthly personal relief, so you have this particular column here. So you choose this particular figure, 28,800, the last value 28,800. So you get back to your form and then you key in 28,800. So once you're done with that, the next thing to do is to validate. This will take a few seconds for you to validate the information that you have just entered, and then once we're done with that, we'll be able to submit a zip file that will be developed by the system or by the Excel sheet. We submit it via the KRA iTax portal, so you have to give it a few minutes. Good, so we are done. The sheets have been uploaded, so we can generate and upload the files, and then you'll be told where our files are located. So in this case, you have e-documents, then the date is 10/06/2023 and the time is 10:51 and 42 seconds. So we just click OK. So we get back to our iTax portal. So in this case, remember, you always make sure that under this particular area is original. Mine is amended because I'm trying to file the tax for the second time. Maybe I did a mistake when filing for the first time, and now this is why it is written here amended. So we can just change this and have it as original in your case. So the return period should be 2022. So maybe we can go back with this one and then January 2022. With that, and then it will automatically pop up, and then we are now going to choose the file that have been generated under documents. So we have it under documents, and then we were told that the file is this one here, 10/06/2023, then 10:51:42. So you just choose that one and then click open. After doing that, you agree to the terms and conditions and you submit. But in my case, I'm not going to submit because I have already filed the taxes. So upon submitting, the system will take you to this particular page where you'll be able to download your receipt. Upon downloading, you can have your receipt printed, or you can just have it in digital form, and that's how we file taxes using the P9 form and using the Excel sheets. In our next video, we're going to focus on filing KRA returns using the ITR. You don't need to use all these forms, but you can just file your KRA returns online on the iTax portal. Until then, it's a goodbye from me, and kindly guys, always remember to subscribe.